Welcome to the Odyssey. I am Mike Odyssey, and oh boy, am I excited about these two stories today, because I only have two stories, but they are amazing. The first has to do with Wii U and Mario Kart and Splatoon, and the other one has to do with the Switch 2 announcement. It could come earlier than we all thought possible. You guys will never believe how much earlier.
Welcome to the Odyssey. Hit the like, press play. You're running with the squad like Xenoblade. Drive like Mario.
At 7:30 p.m. tonight, we have our Nintopic podcast here, streamed live with the Nintopic crew, so make sure to stop by because we will be discussing the same news we'll be coming over today, but live. So if you have any questions, we will answer them live on the podcast. All right, so first amazing story for today has to do with the Wii U, Splatoon, and Mario Kart 8. This is fantastic news for all Wii U owners who own Splatoon and Mario Kart 8 and thought that the end was there. Guess what, guys? It is not. Nintendo just issued on their website a notice stating that Mario Kart 8 and Splatoon online service has been restored. Yes, these games are alive and well, and online services for the Wii U are restored. Now let's go ahead and read here from the Nintendo website, because this is the main source, Nintendo.com. Wii U and Splatoon and Mario Kart 8 notice regarding the ending of the current maintenance. So, in March 2023, Nintendo paused network services for the Wii U games Splatoon and Mario Kart 8 to address vulnerabilities related to online play. The issue now has been fixed, and so we will resume online play for these games based on the schedule below. Please accept our sincere apologies for the extended waiting period. So as of August 3rd, it will resume online services. Guys, we thought this was the end because Nintendo, it's March. It was in March 2023 when Nintendo took down Mario Kart 8 and Splatoon for the online services for the Wii U. They had no reason to bring them back, since I'm guessing this was way out of people's minds already and they were ready to move forward with the Switch Online. And of course, they're about to announce a Nintendo Switch 2 next year. So Nintendo had no reason to bring this back, and this was the perfect opportunity for them just to phase out any online service for the Wii U. But no, they decided to bring it back for players out there who would still love to enjoy Splatoon and Mario Kart 8. That means that Splatoon 1 has restored their online gameplay. So if you own Splatoon 1 and maybe that was your favorite Splatoon game, you can go back and play it on Wii U. If you can even actually buy the physical version and play online, as well as Mario Kart 8 for the Wii U. So that is fantastic service. Nintendo did well by their fans when it comes to the Wii U fans who really were devastated because they love Splatoon and they love the Mario Kart version in the Wii U, right? So that is great news. Wii U owners, go ahead, get your Wii U's out. If you have Splatoon, download it again, and you can play online with your friends. And of course, Mario Kart owners, the same exact thing goes for you as well. All right, that is the amazing news about the Wii U, because Nintendo could have just stopped the entire service there. So it's happening. It's coming tomorrow, the 3rd, right? August 3rd will be the restored date, so make sure to stay tuned for that. Right, let's move on to today's top story, and this very well aligns with what a source told me, which is really, really cool, and I'm excited about this news. And it has to do with the Nintendo Switch 2. There's a huge possibility, okay, that we might hear about the Nintendo Switch 2 sooner than anyone thought, and I will tell you my thoughts on what could happen if this is real. So let's go ahead and read here by mynintendonews.com, which of course has their own source, which is startmenu.co.uk, which is another source that is credible, and they're reporting on it. And again, it doesn't come straight from me. Yes, I did have a source, I mentioned it before, but this is a second source that is talking about it, and it's being reported by My Nintendo News, just to give you guys a little bit of credibility behind the scenes that this could really happen. So it has to do with the Switch 2, and it has to do with a major convention happening this month. Yes, guys, this month could be the month that we could hear about the Nintendo Switch 2 officially from Nintendo, not from third-party sources, not from leakers, not from an unknown Reddit source or even family boards. It's from Nintendo. Let's go ahead and read here. A little-known site called Start Menu claims that their sources have aligned with the information presented by VGC sources earlier this week, stating that the successor to the Nintendo Switch is due to release in the second half of 2024. That the developers already have kits for the game development purposes. Now, the interesting thing is that the site claims that their sources also told them that Nintendo could announce the existence of the next generation console during Gamescom 2023. Their sources isn't clear whether this means that Gamescom event itself during the Nintendo Direct presentation during Gamescom week. It sounds a little far-fetched, but it's generally hard to predict what Nintendo will do. Gamescom kicks off in August 23rd and August 27th. So let's recap. What they're stating here, what they're claiming here is, of course, they are aligning with what VGC stated, and what we reported here on the Nintendo Switch 2 developer kits already out there with major third-party companies like Sega, Activision Blizzard, and others, right? They already have their Switch 2s in hand. And of course that Nintendo will be announcing and releasing the Switch 2 in the second half of 2024. All right, but this does not mean necessarily that they will mention the Switch 2 in 2024, and that Gamescom this month could actually be the month where Nintendo acknowledges the existence of a Switch 2, right? That they say that, okay, we are now getting ready for the next successor, Project X or Project whatever, right? They can call it some type of project and acknowledge the existence. But now, this has to happen in order for Nintendo to be able to do this. Now, a lot of people out there says, hey, but if Nintendo announces even the existence of a Switch 2 this year, then that would actually hurt sales for the Nintendo Switch in the holiday season. And I can tell you that is correct. Maybe Nintendo has reached a point where they want to just go ahead and just announce the existence of it so they can get ahead of it, ahead of the leaks, ahead of all that stuff, right? They want to make sure that they announce the existence of it so that it comes from them and not from a third-party source or a leaker, right? And then they are prepared to issue a price drop for the current Nintendo Switch. And that will be the one reason where the Switch could actually still sell pretty well, right? They will basically have to admit that the Switch 2 will still be around even after the next-gen console is released, and that the Switch is still getting games even after the next-gen console is released, and that the Switch will also still have maintenance well into the next generation console. So those are things that need to align first in order for Nintendo to actually issue a statement at Gamescom that there is the existence of a Switch 2. I know that sales will hurt, but stock prices for Nintendo will go up and shareholders will be happy. So it's kind of a tricky situation. Nintendo can announce the existence, call it Project X, call it Project NX2, right? But if Nintendo does announce the existence of a Switch 2, this will make shareholders happy. I know it will damage Switch sales unless they do a really like price drop. Like, for example, $99 for the Switch Lite and $199 for the Nintendo Switch OLED. That's the only price I see that will not affect holiday sales, and I think that this price will actually make the Switch go out the door even faster and sell more consoles this year. So there you have it, guys. That is the latest on Nintendo Switch 2 news. What do you think? Is this credible to you? Do you think Nintendo has the guts to go ahead and not announce the actual Switch, but at least acknowledge the existence of a Switch 2 coming next year? Because this is basically what the news is about. It's about them acknowledging the existence publicly, right, on stage, that there is an NX2 in the works and that they will release it in 2024. So let me know what you guys think down below. Does this news get you excited? Are you looking to buy a Nintendo Switch? And if so, will you wait until Nintendo releases the next gen console? And also, one more question. If Nintendo does issue that price drop, will you jump on and get that Switch at a lower price? All right, guys, that is going to do it for today's episode of Odyssey News. Remember, tonight we'll be live here for the Nintopic podcast discussing this topic. So go ahead and bring your questions. We will answer them live for you here tonight, live on the Nintopic podcast. See you in the next awesome adventure of Odyssey News. But before I let you go, I have two things I need to let you know. Number one, never give up. And number two, journey on. Peace.
Welcome to the Odyssey. Hit the like, press play. You're running with the squad like Xenoblade. Drive like Mario, we on a new wave. Never slow down, winners don't need no breaks. And we won't fade, our shine gets greater. Staying on the ball like Pokemon trainers. From the nest to the Wii, we dangerous. You can button mash, but it ain't going